And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I'm back with another video, man. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I do daily NBA 2K21 content. Drop a like on this video, comment down below what you think of the Lunar New Year set and this free locker code that we got today. So I have it up on the screen right now. If you guys are not familiar or not aware, we did get a free K-Love locker code. So I have it up on the screen. Go ahead and pause the video and put this locker code in if you did not get it. Now, the locker code in general gives us a pretty solid card. I mean, especially for like free. You get a free Pink Diamond Kevin Love. So it's actually the retro one that we all thought was going to be in Retro 2K2. Honestly, really solid card. I'm going to go into the market and stuff. So if you don't care about Kevin Love, then just skip forward like a minute. But catch and shoot, corner specialist, Hoff. He's got good interior Hoff badges, range extender, tireless volume. He's got gold difficult shots, rim protector, heart crusher, interceptor, gold intimidator. Overall, really solid card. I wish he would have Hoff deep hooks, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's Kevin Love. I'm not really too worried about it. Flexible release, hot zone hunter, gold, brick wall. Now, he does lack some badges. Obviously, you'd want to give him like clamps, probably lightning reflexes, maybe some finishing badges. Handles for days, I guess, but quick first step for sure. He can't really handle the ball, but it's still nice to give him that option. Obviously, like clutch shooter and Deadeye would be good, but I mean, he's really like, aside from the lack of clamps and Deadeye, like he's a pretty solid card, relatively complete, especially for like a free card. 94 3-point shot, 80 driving dunk. The ball handle at 48 kind of sucks, but it's K-Love, dude. He's a spot-up shooter that can rebound. 79 block. That interior defense of 85 isn't great, but it's not terrible. 98 rebound. He's going to snag mad boards. 77 speed is not good, but it's usable. 77 lat's not good, but like I said, usable. 80 pass intercept, 70 on ball steal, 85 shot contest, 85 block shot. He's got a good release too. Kevin Love's release is really solid on quick, so I believe it's on quick. Let me double check that. Either way, I mean, there's absolutely nothing to lose by throwing this card in. Like, for free, come on, it's a free card. As far as free stuff, like, you know, I don't really like to give 2K too much credit, but I will say this season the free cards have been absolutely goated. Like, Kevin Love, Wally Szczerbiak, Brad Davis have been all really awesome. Terry Dissinger, Jack Marin have been really good. Russell Westbrook is hands down the most annoying fucking card in this game. I was going to do a Russell Westbrook gameplay, which I might still do. I'm just not sure yet. Like, Kevin McHale is one of the best big men in the game. Doug West is kind of ass, but it is what it is. Even guys like Byron Beck and Terry Cummings are, like, okay in their own way. And then, I feel like there's another one. Like, Kawhi Leonard's not technically a free card, I guess. You can get him without spending money, but it's a pain in the ass. Antoine Jameson. So, like, the free cards have been great this year. I mean, my main lineup has Damian Lillard doesn't really count, but I use Wally Szczerbiak, I use Antoine Jameson, and Terry Dissinger. I still haven't gotten Jack Marin yet because he refuses to show up for me, but whatever. So, we're going to be talking about XP at the end of this video. Give you guys some pointers on XP and stuff like that. That's another reason Kevin Love has 2 XP challenges that are relatively easy to do. Get a double-double and 100 points over multiple games. Relatively easy. We also got some additional ones, too. I'll come back and talk about XP. I'll circle back around, you feel me? So, this is the last day for Limited, so if you haven't got your Limited ring, I did drop a Limited tips video if you want to go check that out. I'll link it at the end of the video. But if you're having any issues with Limited, I'll show you an idea of what my Limited team looks like. I explained it more in that video. So I run like Bonga, Chapman, Thibault, Jonathan Isaac, Mo Bamba, Fultz, Kobe, Nick Anderson, Kyle Anderson, and Thon Maker. Now, normally, instead of Thibault, I run Brian Russell, but I switched back to my Amethyst Brian Russell just because I don't need the Ruby right now. And then I usually run Bonga starting, and then I run Jarrett Jack on the bench. I switched back to my Amethyst Jarrett Jack, so that's why he's in there. But yeah, I explain more of that later. All these guys are relatively cheap. Like, most people have a full Ruby squad, so none of these guys went up in price, except Kobe might be a little more expensive. And to be honest, he's probably the least important member of the squad, realistically. Like, I'd rather, I mean, using someone like Gary Harris isn't even that bad. Like, he's just as solid as Kobe. I know that's like sacrilegious to say, but in a video game sense, they're not that different. Like, Kobe's a little bit better at attacking the rim, which is unstoppable. So if you're more of a rim runner, you'd go Kobe, but if you wanted more of a defensive 3-and-D guy, Gary Harris is just fine. And he's significantly cheaper. And if you wanted more of a sniper, you go Mike Miller, dude. Mike Miller is absolutely goated. But enough limited talk. Let's talk about the market. So, I didn't really get a chance to do a lot of gameplay videos for the Lunar New Year cards. I did get majority of them. So, I'll go into detail on each of them right now. Yao Ming. Yao Ming is not worth the price that he's going for. Now, that being said, if you guys watch my Yao Ming gameplay video, which I will link at the end of the video too, if you're somebody who enjoys playing in the post, like, Yao Ming is the best possible card for you. You'll also notice a lot more people are using Dwight Howard now. And Dwight Howard is also very good in the post. I'll talk about him later. So, I mean, if you are really, like I said, a post-centric player and you've been waiting for post-play to be a viable option in 2K, honestly, I'm not going to tell you not to go get Yao Ming, because he's perfect for what you want to do. Yeah, he's a little bit slow, but he's 7'6", and his deep hooks are almost unblockable. But for the majority of 2K players that aren't post-centric, Yao Ming is not a good option, and I recommend selling him and replacing him with just an overall better center for your style of play. Jeremy Lin. Alright, so shout out to that guy that was messaging me talking a bunch of shit last night. Also, shout out to everyone who came out to the Twitch stream. I know I had some technical difficulties on YouTube, so I had to move the stream, but he tried to tell me that Lin was the 9th best point guard in the game. That's just factually false. Like, you can make an argument that Russell is... Alright, so Russell Westbrook is easier to use, for sure, because he's just more... I don't want to say, like, noob-friendly, because that's fucking rude, but, like, he's just... Anybody can pick up Russell Westbrook, and they can score points with Russell Westbrook. He's, like, a very easy card to use. He's got 98 speed, he attacks the rim at a high value, his shot's not that hard to time. He's just a very fun, easy card to use. Damian Lillard, you could argue that he's better. Lonzo, I think, is probably better. It's one of the ones you can argue. But Jeremy Lin's still an incredible point guard. Now, is he worth 200K at this stage? Not when there's so many free and cheaper options. Like, Lonzo's going for, like, 80K. And I think for the majority of people, he would improve your team more than Jeremy Lin. But that being said, I love this Jeremy Lin card. I put an unlimited contract on him. He will never leave my squad, ever. So, Kenyon Martin. You can pick up Kmart for relatively cheap right now. His Evo is kind of a pain in the ass, but it's not terrible. Like, it's very doable, but at the same time, it is going to take a little bit of effort. That being said, when he is Evo'd, he's a really solid card. He's got Hall of Fame, catch and shoot, and corner specialist, which I believe he has on the Pink Diamond version. Relentless finisher, clamps, heart crusher, interceptor, intimidator. He's one of the best defensive small forward slash centers, or small forward, power forward centers in this game, with Hall of Fame quick first step and downhill too. Gold difficult shots, dimer, so we can play point forward, which is great. Showtime and Showtime dunk, so we can just throw it down. Hot zone hunter, range extender, and brick wall. No badge upgrades on this guy, but at the same time, really solid card. Looks like this dude put a 3-point shoe on him, raised his 3-point up to 30, or 30, up to 90. I'm so tired this morning. Other than that, dude, he's really, really good. Now, I don't really think he necessarily... I would say he's one of the better value opals, for sure. He's got jump shot 75, which is like Jaylen Brown and Brandon Ingram's release, which is honestly really good. Siakam's too. So, he's one of the best value opals in the game, but still at this stage, I really don't recommend going and spending over 100K on Kenyon Martin. Just because Season 5's right around the corner, there's going to be so many new reward cards, new packs. It's just like, we're going to get so much content on that first day. It's just not worth spending that much on Kenyon Martin. Now, let's say his Pink Diamond drops to below 100K when we get the inevitable Super Packs this week. Then hell yeah, pull the trigger. He's a really good card, but until then. Danny Granger. It breaks my heart to see Danny Granger like this. It breaks my heart to see that I had to get rid of him. But I'm going to pick him back up when the Super Packs come around, because I feel like he is sort of an outdated card, though he has a really easy-to-time jump shot. I sold him for 95K, so I'm feeling happy about this. I could pick him up now and still make a profit, but he'll be even cheaper. Sorry, I had to take a drink of my coffee. He'll be even cheaper come Super Packs. Dwayne Wade. Now, it is a bummer that he can't play the 2 guard, or the point guard. He only plays 2 guards, small forward. And it doesn't have some certain badges that you would like him to see, but all in all, really solid 2 guard for about 20k. Personally, I still think that Rudy Fernandez would be a better option as far as guys that you would pick up for around that price. But you can't deny that Dwayne Wade's a fun card. He has a really money release. You're going to need to upgrade his Intimidator and his Deadeye. And he doesn't have Range Extender. And he doesn't have Corner Specialist. And Handles for Days. So he's lacking some pretty important badges. But all in all, if you're doing single player challenges, like, Dwayne Wade is sick. He's perfect. Demigod. Jianlian. Alright, this dude is the best card from this set. I promise he is. I've only seen one hype video, which is crazy. This dude is ridiculous. He is my absolute favorite card from this Lunar New Year set. He's my favorite card from a set that includes Jeremy Lin. Like, take that in and let it sink for a second. You can pick this guy up for around 30k if you want to wait till the Super Packs. You can probably pick him up for even lower. He's so good. 7 feet tall. He's got 85 driving dunk, which is not terrible, but for someone who's 7 feet, that's actually really good. 88 three-point shot, 88 mid. Fantastic. 83 ball handles, 75 pass accuracy. For a big man, that's great. He's definitely going to be a point center. 87 block. The 82 interior defense is not great, but he has that 80 perimeter, so he can go and keep up with, you know, if they're playing like a small ball power forward, like an Antoine Jameson or like even an Aaron Gordon or something of that nature, like he can go keep up with those guys on the perimeter. 89 defense, or 89 defensive rebounding. 92, Jesus Christ, I switched those up. Anyways, 89, 92 for rebounds, whatever. 83 speed, 82 speed with ball, 83 acceleration. Really solid. And you look at his tendencies, and this is where you're going to see this card really shine. He has a 95 crash tendency. So every time a shot goes up, this man is going to storm the rebound. And he gets it more often than not. He's got an 84 pass intercept and a 79 on-ball steal tendency too, which is really good for a player of his size. 85 contest, 85 block shot. Be nice if they were a little higher, but those are still really, really solid. As far as badges go, here's the issue, and this is why he's so cheap. Yes, he does have catch and shoot, corner specialist, intimidator, quick first step, downhill, and deep fades, which is now OP. The issue is he does not have clamps, which I had to apply to him, and he does not have range extender. Here's the thing, though. Like, alright, clamps is necessary. I recommend at least putting like bronze or silver clamps on him, if you can. If it doesn't make sense financially, it's not a big deal. If you play against a CPU, it's really not a big deal if you're an offline guy. Range extender is not the end of the world if he doesn't have it. And the reason for that is if you run a Hawks freelance and you play him at power forward as opposed to center, he's going to sit in the corner 90% of the time anyway. He's rarely going to go up to the top of the key. That's just the way that freelance works for the most part. If you're playing like a piston snap or something like that, he will rotate up there from time to time. So if you're running just a traditional Hawks freelance and offline, like, it doesn't matter. He doesn't need range extender. The only time you really need a card to have range extender is when you're playing online 5v5. I mean, it helps in TTO, but it's not necessary. That's really the only time you need a card to be badged up with range. When you're playing against a CPU, if you're an offline player, you truly do not need range extender as bad as other content creators would make you think. It's not the end of the world. He is more than capable as a card without clamps and without range extender, though yes, obviously those things help. Jared Sullinger. You can make some crazy MT with Jared Sullinger, alright? I'm guessing people have figured this out by now, because he has to be cheaper. But, A, Jared Sullinger is just a really good card. Like, he really is. He's got one of the fastest releases in the game, good badge count, decent size for the power forward, decent stats, and he can evo. Once he evos, he's actually legitimately one of the better power forwards in this game. But you can buy one for about 5 or 6k, and you can flip him for about 13, 12, which, I mean, not a great profit margin, but there is profit to be made there, especially if you just use Jared Sullinger exclusively in like TTO and stuff. You could probably get it done in like an hour or two. Solid 6-7K profit in an hour. But when he is evo'd, he's really, really good. He has great badges, like Hall of Fame difficult shots, which is super weird. Quick first step, volume shooter, gold catch and shoot, pretty much good gold defensive badges, I believe. Yeah, showtime, unpluckable, hot zone. He does have range, which is pretty key. Does he have clamps? That's going to be a huge thing. I don't know if he does. Yeah, he doesn't have clamps, but he's still like an offensive monster. It truly does not matter. Let's see. Last guys from the set that I wanted to talk about, and then I'll talk about a couple other guys in XP. Kyle Anderson and Al Harrington. I'm not going to go into crazy detail about these guys. They're very, very good cards. You can pick them up for ridiculously cheap. If you're in need of an Amethyst power forward, that might be good for the future. Now's a good time to pick up Al Harrington. Kyle Anderson is a great Ruby card. I recommend picking him up and just not even evoing him, because you'll need him as a Ruby for later. So, a couple other guys. Retro 2K. Lonzo Ball looks to be back up over 100K, which is funny, because I picked him up for like 60K. This is good news. If you picked up Lonzo Ball when he was super cheap, now you can probably sell him back and make your MT. Okay, no, he's back to 100K. That's fine. I picked him up for about 60K, so realistically I could sell him right now and make profit. Now, I do recommend selling Lonzo Ball before probably a Tuesday or Wednesday. Possibly even tomorrow. I don't know. It just depends when the super packs are coming. 2K could drop the super packs at any time. I personally think they wait until Tuesday or Wednesday. Just Wednesday makes sense so they can be active for 48 hours and then the new season can hit. But at the same time, we never really know with 2K. So selling your Lonzo Ball as fast as possible is probably a good idea if you do have them. The rest of these cards I wouldn't recommend selling right now. Like, the value you're getting for Scalabrini and Kobe Bryant, for how valuable they'll be for your team in the future, just isn't worth getting rid of them, realistically. Like, it's not. Kobe, maybe, but like Mo Bamba, Bonga, those guys are going for about 2-3K. It's honestly detrimental to your team to sell those for 2K. You might as well keep them. You never know when you're going to need them for limited, lower overall cheesing, domination or something. Like, you just don't know. Same with Scalabrini. Like, I forgot I bought Scalabrini with an unlimited shoe for whatever reason. But just the amount of MT you're getting for those players are not worth it. Same with like Glenn Robinson. He's okay enough. There's no reason to get rid of him for 2K. Kobe's probably the only one I recommend not getting rid of, but like, he's the most cost efficient version, just because he's going to be super cheap when the super packs come out, and you can probably get 10 something K for this guy right now, who I'll probably sell him in Fultz before the super packs come out, because Fultz will also be kind of expensive. Other than that, we have seen some guys go up in price, one of those guys being Dwight Howard. He's still not super expensive, but he has gone up in price, and the reason for that was because they have buffed stick layups and post moves, so they're a lot better now. So you're going to see a lot of like people on Unlimited running like Dwight Howard and Shaq and stuff now, just because they're cheaper options. Did Shaq buy it now yet? No, probably not. Either way, I mean, I don't recommend going out and buying these guys, but if you do have them already and you haven't sold them because you thought their price was too low, now's a good time to sell it. They're probably going to be at their highs for a little bit, because we are going to start to get more post players, or just guys with good post badges in general, just because 2K has, you know, buffed post stick shooting and stick layups in general. So we are going to start to see more guys like that. So something to kind of think about. All the moments guys, like I said, don't buy any of them right now. Chris Boucher is funny because he had like a one day of being incredibly good, and then we got Lunar New Year and everyone just forgot all about this card. But like, truly, he's still one of the best 3-and-D big men in this game. Like, it's funny how short people's attentions are in 2K, because he's still really, really good, but like, he's more fun to use, I will say. But him, Kobe White, like, they're still incredible cards. They just got overshadowed so fast. I don't recommend picking them up for this price, though. I would highly recommend waiting for the super packs. But I'm going straight for Kobe White, because I'm a big Kobe White guy. I've said it in previous videos, once the super packs drop, I highly recommend grabbing Nickeil Alexander-Walker. His price has kind of gone up a little bit, but it'll go back down once the super packs go. This is just a guy you want to invest in for the future. look, worst case scenario, you pay 4 or 5K for this guy, right? And then you don't end up needing him for like team-based challenges or like a spotlight sim type scenario. But I promised you the Pelicans are going to be one of the hardest teams to fill out as far as players wise. So grabbing this dude when he's 3-4K as opposed to when he's 15-20K is going to be a smart decision, because you can always use him for the challenge and sell him back. Like I said, it's going to be hard to fill out a Pelicans roster, so planning for the future and having at least a few Pelicans guys that you know for sure you can use is a really good idea. But anyways, guys, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. I am going to do a Season 5 preview video this week, talk about some stuff that I think we're going to see in Season 5. In addition to that, you know I'll be back every single day with more content. I have a Yi gameplay video that I might drop later, so comment down below if you want a gameplay video with like Yi or Westbrook or something. I'm busy today, but I might be coming back later, so I might be able to drop 1 or 2 gameplay videos if you guys are interested. So like I said, I got that Yi one queued up already. I did it yesterday. Like I said, I am going to be doing multiple streams a week from now on. I'm going to do one over on YouTube. Like I said, I had some technical issues yesterday with my mic, so hopefully we don't have that issue again, but if we do, I apologize. I'll be over on Twitch. If you guys do not subscribe to the Twitch, head over to the Twitch and give me a follow or a subscription. I am going to be streaming over there like once or twice a week, depending on if YouTube Live is giving me problems or not, but for sure I'll be over there once a week. Shout out to everyone who came out last night. I'm a little bit more me over on Twitch because I don't have to worry about getting demonetized, so I'm a little bit less chill over there. But either way, go subscribe, follow the Twitch or whatever. Like I said, I'll be over there once a week on YouTube Live, another time a week. My Twitch description is in, or my Twitch link is in the description, so definitely check that out. As always, I appreciate every single person that watches the channel, everybody that subscribed recently. Shout out to all you guys. Everybody that is a member for the channel. If you didn't know, I do have channel memberships now. Definitely appreciate you guys. Shout out my man Tim and a few others who I will give a proper shout out to in a new stream or video that I'll be dropping, so check out that. As you know, I'll be dropping a video of my squad tips series tomorrow as well, in addition to a new episode of the podcast this week. I have a lot going on, so thanks for riding with me, and I appreciate every single person immensely. Peace out. Good luck on Season 5. I'll be back tomorrow.